You will not believe what they are trying to do. Anti-nutting law proposed in Ohio that bans men from ejaculating without intent of conception. Can you believe it? So this is conception begins at erection. Can you fucking believe this shit? I mean, what the fuck are they talking about? So they're basically saying anyone, and I mean anyone, who is, you look at a girl, boom, or man, you know, whatever you do. But this is actually, no, not men, because this is about straights, you know, the old losers, the old cows, you know, the people who are, straight, you know what I mean, if you see a girl and you get a boner, basically, they're saying, well, conception has already started, so you guys have to finish through and then have a child together. That is basically what I'm understanding from this message. Does that make sense? It makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense. I couldn't believe what I was reading. So it basically means it would criminalize men for ejaculating without intent to conceive. So let's say, I don't know, you had intercourse with a female species, but you know, you did the pull-out method, all right? That lady then takes a selfie with it. Oh, yeah, all right, gross, disgusting. I'm sorry to take you there. That dude can get anywhere from $1,000 fine up to a $10,000 fine. So you could have serial ejaculators who just go around wasting their sperm. This basically is aimed, it's basically aimed for men who I'm reading this. This is aimed for men who discharge semen without the intent to fertilize an egg. So obviously they want to go back to the 1815s when, you know, if you had sex, basically you were having a child, unless you were, you know, extremely careful and or lucky. And there are a few exceptions, how kind of them, basically where, you know, if you actually wear a condom, you're okay. So don't worry, they'll let you off with that one. Well done. These people who are, you know, pushing the law must have shares in Durex or something like that, certainly own a bit of stock market there. Masturbation is fine. They're allowing that. How kind of them. Sperm donation, so, you know, you're giving your child in a cup. That is also okay. And it's okay when the LGBTQ community, because fertilization obviously ain't possible, so that's fine for them. But if, you know, you don't want a child but you just want to, you know, enjoy yourself with your female partner, that's an illegal crime. That is a crime, or they are trying to make it a crime. Now, you might be a bit confused and say, Harrison, you clearly smoked some drugs this morning. What is going on in your head? Are you okay? Do I need to call a doctor? Yes, probably I would do so, but I'm fine at the moment. This is a bill, and it's described as tongue-in-cheek, so it's not serious, but it's a real bill they're putting forward, and it's basically to highlight what they perceive as hypocrisy in laws that regulate women's reproductive rights. Now, I actually agree with that. I think there is a lot of hypocrisy. You know, a man can run round a village, shag 10 girls, and get them all pregnant if his doodahs are working. A woman can only get pregnant once. This is the type of shit. So they're basically trying to say women have all these laws, you know, abortion, this, that, and the other. I'm not going to get into that because I believe solely in choice. Everyone decides what they do with their body, not me. So that woman, they're basically saying she has the choice to either abort it, you know, if they don't want it, obviously, which some people see as killing a fetus. You know, when is the baby perceived? You know, that's up to you. My personal opinion is it's actually up to you, which is what I just said, not my decision. It's the female's decision who is going through that. If she wants to do it, she wants to do it. If she doesn't want to do it because she doesn't believe in it, that's also her choice, and I you know, completely agree with it. So they aim to basically critique the approach to reproductive legislation by basically comparing the two on how such laws might look if applied to men. So they're basically saying, well, if a woman can, you know, have an abortion, get this, and it's seen as a crime in some states and not in another, again, that's their words, not mine, then a man who ejaculates with no intention of in making a baby is basically doing the same thing, which I think is slightly deluded, I have to admit, because for me, a fetus, or certainly start of the babies when an egg and a sperm, you know, touchy, fucky, or whatever they do down there, and then that's when the baby's born. I think sperm are just sperm. There are trillions of sperm wasted every minute. You know, I'm a man, I know for sure, baby. Every minute is wasted, and, you know, I understand they're trying to sort of take the piss of it, say, yeah, look, women have all these, you know, reproductive sort of restraints, and they are treated differently, and I agree, and it's harsh reality, unfortunately, but I'm not clever or intelligent enough to come up with a solution as to how to make it equal. Unfortunately, some things there are groups of people that do better from certain things. You know, men don't have to walk around with a baby for 9 months, you know what I mean? That's a bonus. We just got to put up with them. But you know what I mean? We don't have to do that. And they're trying to say, well, if a woman has to go through all, this, and if she wants an abortion, I'm sure it's a very scary and horrible procedure to do. I'm not sure anyone goes, yeah, abort this shit, I can't wait. Boop. But if, maybe they do, I don't know. But they're also saying, everyone, if you get a boner, that's when the intention to conceive starts, which I think is, crazy because, guys get boners looking at anything. You know what I mean? You could be eating your dinner and suddenly you're like, what the fuck's going on downstairs? I'm eating broccoli and steak and I'm getting a stiffy whiffy. What's occurring? What's occurring? Obviously, I kind of feel like they're taking the piss here. I think they know this isn't going to happen. It's a good idea. I appreciate them trying to, draw attention to the inequality, I guess. Because, obviously it's very different for men and women. But I truly believe it's always going to be like that. So how do you change it? Again, I'm not intelligent enough to know. It's an interesting topic. I think it's quite ludicrous. I think, men are always going to be men. Women are always going to be women. At the end of the day, men can have multiple children, multiple women very quickly, while a woman, it takes a lot longer. And I think that's just way nature is. It's not a good thing, you know what I mean? It's just how nature actually is. We don't have to carry the baby, like I said. We just have to, create the baby and then support them if we feel like good people. But a $10,000 fine, I mean, how are you gonna work that out? Imagine breaking up with your girlfriend. She hates you. She's just got 20 pictures of you wasting your semen. And, and she's just like, you break up with me, I'm fucking getting you a $100,000 fine for wasting children. Do you want to do that? And you're like, no, fuck, what am I ever going to do? Oh, dear.
Sponsored by Democratic State Representatives Anita Somani, an OBGYN from Dublin, and Tristan Rader of Lakewood.
The whole entire...
Just walk to the camera and pretend you're talking like you make sense. Just walk towards the camera and start gossiping like you like each other and that you want to be here. Okay, 3, 2, 1, action.
The bill is to call out the hypocrisy of particularly the state legislature when they bring forward bills to regulate women's bodies.
Now, there are exceptions to the proposed law, which include sperm donation, contraception, and members of the LGBTQ community. Men face a maximum $10,000 fine after the third offense.
Jesus, 3 offenses.
Have sex with a woman without the intention
4th, you're
of
off to
conceiving a child.
Alcatraz.
Men have the same rights no matter where they go in the country. Women have rights based on where they live.
It just misses the most basic biological facts and leans in towards middle school humor.
I agree with that. It is almost middle school-esque humor. I am finding this very funny, but I also agree it's crazy how on one side of a line, if you get an abortion, it's illegal. If you're on the other side of the line, you can get away with it. That's an American issue. That's why you have 50 states, because you wanted 50 states, I guess. I don't know the history. I'm sure you all do, but in terms of I do find that pretty crazy. It's similar, like, I suppose, what else? Marijuana. One state, you can be arrested and sent to jail for having marijuana. The other one, you can buy it in a shop and smoke it on a bench. You know what I mean? This is just the problem with having such a large country and not everyone following the same rules.
Weigel with End Abortion Ohio calls the proposal disrespectful to the pro-life community and a waste of state resources.
They have to review it when they file it. They're going to have to stick a legal team on it, wasting time on that and delaying other bills that are trying to be reviewed as well.
ABC6 asking viewers about the proposal in an online poll. 26% said it's a good idea. 74% telling us it's a waste of time.
It is certainly a waste of time, and I agree. There must be more important bills and more important things they can discuss and try put through than whether a man ejaculating without the intent to create a child is a criminal offence. Like, we are not killing a baby. You know what I mean? The baby has not been born yet. And I appreciate it's a bit of, maybe tongue-in-cheek, and they're sort of saying, well, look, these are rules, and there's no rules for men, but loads of rules for women. I agree, it's wrong. I can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? I'm here to watch these morons. Instead of actually trying to do something about it, they're creating a bill to take the piss. Like, these guys are the people in power who could try change it so that it's more free for women and their body, so they can choose and no one else can have any say on it. Instead, they're making a joke and making a meme so people like me can laugh at them for being morons, because they're trying to say if you have if you don't, complete in a lady, it is a criminal offence. Like, it's crazy. It's not. It's just going to lead to women trying to catch people out. Imagine if they started we'll find them 10 grand and we'll give you 2K, bro, and there's just women who go around doing that. You fucking laugh.
A waste of money by some people, but
money as well. Yeah,
had far bigger misuse of taxpayer money in bills that have been proposed and passed.
The final draft
You
still
sad
being
we
written.
both
The
found that
proposed
out.
legislation will get a hearing after it's submitted. But with a Republican-controlled legislature, the bill not expected to go anywhere.
For this particular bill, that's certainly okay. Again, the whole point of this bill wasn't to get it passed. The whole point of this bill was to call out the hypocrisy.
And I agree there's hypocrisy, and I well done for pointing that out and standing strong. But at the end of the day, you're wasting time, you're wasting resources, and you are, kind of become a bit of a laughing stock, if I'm being honest. No one is looking at this and going, yeah, that's a fantastic idea. He's just solved world peace, fed every child in Africa who was hungry, and solved poverty. Everyone's looking at this like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, people get paid to do this, and that's the law that they came up with. That is what they thought would, bring enough eyes and ears to this issue. Everyone knows women have bad rights in some states in America. The world knows it. It's not like we're suddenly shut. Oh, really? Women can't get abortions in some states and can't. No, we know it. We're all aware. That's an American issue. Not a me issue, bro. But yeah, what do you guys think of this ridiculous shit? You gotta laugh because it's fucking hilarious, bro. It's really, honestly, wild.